Hi everybody, welcome back. I am back from my nearly 2-week holiday in Vietnam, so I'm back to film some new content. If you can't quite hear it yet, you'll pick up on it later on in my video, but do just want to say I am getting over a cold at the moment, so if I sound really nasally or really annoying, that is why. It was the last day of the holiday. We both came down with a cold, so we're at the tail end of it now, but it's kind of at that lingering stage, so hopefully it will go soon. But yeah, that is why. I'm also feeling a little bit tired as well, a little bit sleep deprived at the moment, so that's also why I'm in glasses. I was too tired to want to put contact lenses in, so I'm going to have to deal with the ring light being reflected in my glasses, but it is all fine because I've got my March empties video today. Now, because I was on holiday for about 2 weeks of March, I didn't think that I would use up many products, but looking at the list on my phone, I've used up 17 beauty products and I'm really quite pleased with that. To compare it to February, I used up 19 and then I used up 22 in January, so that's pretty good going considering that I took a much smaller collection of beauty products with me on holiday. So yeah, pretty pleased with that, and I've got a good range as well from makeup, hair, body, skincare. So I will talk you through what I've used up and my thoughts on them. Let's do some makeup. The first makeup empty is a product that has been around for quite some time. It was in my project pan for most of last year, I think I want to say, but where it was an XL version of the product, it just took me ages to use up. So I eventually took it out of the project pan and used it in a different way. It is my Vive Skin Dew XL. It's the XL version of the liquid highlighter. It's a beautiful warm yellow gold highlighter. It's a lovely colour. Because it's warm, it works really well on my skin tone as well. And although I'm not much of a highlighter person, it's not my favourite makeup product, I did quite like it. But where it's an XL and where it's a highlighter, and I don't particularly like wearing highlighter that often, I decided to take it out the project pan and then use it mixed in with a body lotion and then just wear it as a body lotion. And eventually, it took me a good 2-3 months, I finally used it up. So it works really well as a face highlighter as its intended purpose, but also mixed in with a body lotion as well. Interestingly, I didn't notice that it was glittery on my face. It was a nice sheen, a nice kind of like healthy glow, but on my body, when I'd mixed it in with body lotion, that's when it looked glittery. So really weird how 2 different applications made it look different on my skin. So either way, it's a really lovely product. Like I said, I don't particularly like highlighter, but this is a really lovely one. It's one of the best ones that I have used. I would say though, unless you are a makeup artist, I don't think you need to buy the XL version because this is 60 mils, and where you only need a little amount, such a small amount of it, it's going to take you so incredibly long to get through this that you're going to go past that 12-month shelf life of this product. So if you are quite strict with shelf life of products, then you're going to end up wasting most of this. If you're a bit more lenient, then it doesn't really matter, but I would say just get the normal size tube of this, which I think is 30 mils. That is more than enough. That is plenty for a face highlighter. So yeah, unless you're a makeup artist who's going to end up using this a lot quicker, using it on a lot of your clients, I don't think the average person needs to buy the XL version. But like I say, it is a lovely product. Glad that I've tried it. One of the best highlighters that I've tried. But I wouldn't repurchase it because I don't feel like there's a place for highlighters in my makeup collection. I'm going to use up the highlighters that I currently have and then I won't be buying any more. I've then got 2 of the same product. These are both the Hourglass Glossy Lip Balms. I love these. These are one of my favourite makeup items that I have possibly ever tried. They are like a lipstick and a lip gloss hybrid, so you get pigment from a lipstick but you get the hydration, the glossiness from a lip gloss, and they are very hydrating. They're not really that sticky or that tacky, but because they have a gloss to them, they don't last that long. So I find personally that I do need to reapply these fairly frequently throughout the day. They have like a kind of a minty, not texture, not flavour, but a mintiness about them. So for me, it very much feels like I've brushed my teeth and then put on a lip gloss, because I will wear these and then I'll think to myself, oh, I'll get something to eat or I'll have a cup of tea or something, and I'll go, oh no, because that's going to taste weird because I've just brushed my teeth. I haven't, it's just that that's what these kind of feel like to me. So they are very quite refreshing, but they're not tingling or like have that kind of sort of texture, that feeling on the lips, which I don't like. So I don't mind the mintiness to these at all. The colours that I've got are Haze and Crave. These were in a duo, and I think I got these in like autumn time. I think it was like Black Friday when I got these because they were quite heavily reduced. I think full price they're £35, which is quite a lot of money. So of course it's me, I always say this, but I would definitely get these on a discount because then they're a little bit more budget friendly, even though at 20% off they are still quite a bit of money. But I would highly recommend these. I really do love these. These are like a go-to lip product for me because of that two-in-one from both a lipstick and a lip gloss. I very much like a kind of a dewy, luminous, radiant makeup look at the moment, so anything that is quite hydrating, quite plump, I really like as part of my routine. So these products definitely comprise a part of that routine for me. I can't buy any more of these this year though because I am on that replacement only no buy, but next year when I'm off it I would buy more of these. So I've tried Scents, which is a light warm pink shade. That's lovely. I definitely need a lip liner with it though. I've got Haze, which is like a burnished rosewood colour. That's really beautiful. Crave is a bit more of like a girlier pink. So out of the two, I preferred Haze. I think I'm getting them around the right way. But anyway, the lighter, more girlier, more kind of like flirtatious, lighter pink. Didn't like that one as much. I didn't feel like that one worked particularly well with my colouring, my skin tone, etc. But Haze, the darker one, that one worked a lot better. But there are loads of shades that you can get in these. I think there's a really nice berry colour, so when the autumn comes around, I know I'm like 6 months ahead of time here, but that one would be really lovely as well. So if you've not tried these, I would really recommend. Like I say, I know they're expensive, but I really do love them. Some hair products next. This is the second bottle of this I think I have finished off. This is the Pureology Colour Fanatic. So this is a multitasking leave-in spray. When I have shampooed and conditioned my hair, get out the shower, microfiber towel on my hair to just get rid of all that extra moisture, and then I will spray about 6 pumps of this onto the lengths and ends, making sure that at least 1 pump is on the ends of my hair. And then I will use a wet brush to brush my hair, and I just find that this makes the brushing process so much easier and nicer. I've got the type of hair that just knots so quickly. I can brush my hair and like 10 minutes later it'll be knotty and I've like not even done anything. So this product just makes that process so much easier, but it also smooths my hair, it hydrates my hair. Once I've blow dried it, it makes it look like it's all kind of hydrated and glossy, and I shine to it. Really lovely product. Like I say, this is my second bottle of this, so I do really love this product. It's Pureology, so it's kind of pricey, but I find that this bottle can last me maybe about 6 months, I would say, and I wash my hair every other day, so I'm washing my hair fairly regularly, and I will use this every time that I wash my hair, so it's something that I use quite a bit. But if you do have thicker hair than me, if you have longer hair, my hair is like boob length, then you will obviously use more of it up and get through it that little bit more frequently. Really beautiful product. I'm now using, where is it? A dupe for it, which is the L'Oreal Elvive 10-in-1 Miracle Treatment. This is good, but I find that it's not as good as the Pureology. The Pureology is that bit more hydrating, that bit more nourishing, and I prefer the spray on this bottle as well. Yes, I could tip out that product and put it into this bottle and that will solve the spray situation, but this is still a better product than the L'Oreal one. I finally used up a hair oil that has been in my collection for quite some time. I'm very on and off with putting hair oil on my roots, So I really should be oiling my roots once a week, but I go in and out of that habit, in and out of that routine. But I need to get back into it because I do have another oil somewhere up there that I need to get through. But this is the Miel Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil. This was the one that was quite viral, quite popular on TikTok. And I do have to say that when I use this frequently, I noticed that I had like along here, like new bits of hair growth. And I remember videoing myself once when I went to wash my hair, and I sent the video to my friend and I was like, is this breakage or is this new hair? And she was like, that is new hair. And it was all because I was using this. So that's quite promising that I've noticed some new hair growth whilst using this, but this is the type of thing that you do need to be quite consistent with. But I would recommend this one. I found this one quite effective. It's at a decent price as well, and where it is so popular you can get it from quite a few places now as well, so you can look for quite competitive prices. And the bottle is 59ml, so it's a decent size bottle. If you're oiling your hair once a week, this would take maybe 2-3 months to kind of get through, but I would definitely repurchase this in the future. But I need to use up the one that is currently in my collection, which is the Hair Syrup Rapunzel one. I think this one is meant to be quite good for boosting hair growth, boosting hair length, and I do want to continue growing my hair and get it, you know, past bra strap level, because I feel like my hair gets to this kind of length and then just refuses to grow any further. I do have one more hair product, but I don't have it on me. I finished it up when I was on holiday and I just threw away the packaging when I was there instead of bringing it back with me. But it is a conditioner. It's the Sam McKnight Cool Girl Nourish Conditioner. I bought this in a mini. I've got the shampoo. I'm still currently using the shampoo. There is still some of that left. This conditioner is okay. I have recently switched from more high-end shampoos and conditioners to, I suppose, drugstore, like L'Oreal, Pantene type of shampoos and conditioners. Ones that are recommended by hairdressers though. I've seen quite a few TikToks to get me a list to choose from. And I'll be honest, I cannot really tell much of a difference between the high-end and the much cheaper, much more affordable versions. And this conditioner I just felt was okay. It was alright. It hydrated my hair okay, but I don't feel like it was particularly soft or nourished. I've gotten better results with other conditioners. So I think I'm currently using a L'Oreal Dream Lengths conditioner, and I feel like my hair feels better with that one. Now, I'm saying feels better. It might be that it's not actually technically in the hair or whatever doing that much for my hair, but I feel like that conditioner wasn't as hydrating and wasn't as nourishing as I want my conditioners to be. So it did an okay job, but not enough to warrant the cost of a full-size version. So I'm glad that I've tried the mini, but I wouldn't be repurchasing it. I've got quite a few fragrances. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fragrances that I finished off in March. The 4 that I'm going to speak about first, I don't have them to hand. I finished them off when I was on holiday, so I did throw them away. But they are these, basically these little replica mini perfumes that I got as part of a set. I think it was a 10 set. So the 4 that I finished off were Bubble Bath, Lazy Sunday Morning, Under the Lemon Trees and Sailing Day. These are very forgettable fragrances in my opinion. The smell isn't that strong. I will pop them on and they'll smell alright when I put them on, and then that's it. I don't smell them on me at all throughout the rest of the day. So on me personally, they have absolutely no staying power. And these in their full-size bottles I think are quite expensive, they're quite pricey, and if I'm going to spend a lot of money on a perfume, I want to be able to smell it throughout the day. So Yves Saint Laurent perfumes, for example, I will smell those on me throughout the day. Chanel perfumes as well, Dior. So although these are very expensive perfumes, they have that lasting power, they have that durability, they are perfumes that I'm going to smell on myself throughout the day. So I would rather spend money on those brands rather than brands like this. And also I've been very unimpressed with a lot of the scents of these. So I think out of the 4 that I said, so Bubble Bath, Lazy Sunday Morning, Under the Lemon Trees and Sailing Day, my favourite out of the 4 was Bubble Bath. That one was quite nice actually. That was quite kind of like gentle and nourishing, a very kind of like safe cotton, fresh towels type of scent. That was quite a nice scent. But again, didn't smell it on myself throughout the day. Lazy Sun, was it late? No, Sailing Day. Sailing Day is quite a like unisex friendly scent. So when we were on holiday, I put on some new perfume because I'd finished off whatever bottle of perfume I was using. So the day of the wedding, I got ready, put on the new perfume, and it was Sailing Day, and I sprayed it onto my skin and went, oh, that's a little bit of a manly scent. Whoops, I probably should have smelt that before I put on a perfume that I'm wearing for a wedding. It is a little bit of a unisex scent, so absolutely fine for women, but for me on an occasion like a wedding, I think I would have preferred to have worn something a little bit more feminine, floral, fruity, maybe something with a bit of amber or a bit of vanilla in, for example. So that one is a bit more of a sort of unisex scent. Smelled alright, but wouldn't have been my first choice. But yeah, I've just been very unimpressed with these little perfumes, and I'm glad that I've tried the sample box rather than buying like one full-size one. After I've used these up, I won't be buying any more, and I wouldn't even recommend these as well because the scents aren't that great. I don't think they smell particularly nice, and they don't last that long. And then the last perfume is Narciso Rodriguez for Her. This one smells really lovely. It's quite a sexy, really feminine evening type of perfume. Now, I wear perfumes every single day, but if you are the type of person that wears perfumes for special occasions, this one is very much a romantic perfume. Valentine's, evening out, dinner with your partner, for example, is that kind of sort of scent to me. It smells lovely. It's definitely the type of perfume that I would gravitate towards, but I also don't smell this one on me throughout the day. Once I've popped it on and gotten dressed, that's it. I won't catch any whiffs of it on me throughout the rest of the day, and I really like perfumes where I can still smell it throughout the day. I can kind of get that whiff of scent and be like, oh yeah, that perfume smells lovely. And I don't get that with this one, so that's really quite disappointing because it's not a cheap perfume. So because of that, I wouldn't repurchase it. I would recommend it though because it smells lovely, and also perfume is different on everybody, so where I can't smell it on me throughout the day, if you were to try it, you could well possibly smell it on you throughout the day. So just because it doesn't kind of work too well on me doesn't mean it's not going to work on anybody else. So I like the scent, but the longevity just didn't work for me. Briefly mention this product. I've used this one up multiple times in the past. This is the Garnier Body Repair Restoring Moisturizer. This is an excellent hydrating moisturizer at a really affordable price. You can get this for under £5. It's nourishing, it's hydrating, but it's not really thick and heavy and takes ages to sink in. It's also not really greasy and slimy as well. It's just a really brilliant, budget-friendly body moisturiser that does exactly what you want it to do. Got a light scent to it as well, so nothing too overpowering. The only thing that I don't particularly like about this is the bottle. I'm not too keen on these bottles because I find it quite difficult to get all the product out. I much prefer a pump. But that's the only quibble I have about this product. I've used quite a few bottles of these before, and I would continue to repurchase them. They're just an excellent body moisturiser at a really affordable price. Last few bits are all skincare. I've got a little sachet here. This is the Mary May Niacinamide 2% Serum. I think I only got like 2 uses out of this, so I can't really speak too much about the effects of this. Very fluid, thin, lightweight serum, sunk in pretty nicely and very gentle as well. I didn't have any kind of like redness, initial stinging or burning or anything, so it seemed that my skin tolerated this fine. But like I say, only had 2 uses out of it, so don't really know about any long lasting effects. But niacinamide is a product that I think, because of my sort of tendency to have red cheeks, is something that I would look at in serums. So in the future, once I've used up the current serums that I have, this could be something that I would go back and maybe buy the full-size bottle of. I haven't looked at the price of it though, but from the small amount that I've tried, my skin tolerated it fine. But that's the problem when I have little sachets like this. There's not really too much I can say about it because you don't get enough product to really get to know the product. Next is my go-to cleanser, my go-to first cleanser. This is La Roche-Posay Tellurium Derma Cleanser. It's the 400ml bottle with a pump, so one pump is enough for my face and my neck. I've bought a few bottles of this, and this is such an excellent cleanser. It's really simple, so it's an unfragranced cream cleanser, quite a fluid cream cleanser, not a thick one. And although it kind of feels fairly simple, there's no frills, no sort of fanciness, nothing kind of all singing, all dancing. It's just a really simple but gentle, effective cleanser. So it does a great job of cleansing my face, of making my skin feel nice and clean, but it doesn't over clean my face, as in like it doesn't strip all moisture from my face. It's really gentle around my eyes as well. There's no stinging at all. It's really easy to wash off as well, so I do tend to wash this off with a face cloth, but if I don't have, say, makeup on, if I've only got SPF on, I will sometimes just use my hands, and my hands and water are enough to completely remove all traces of this cleanser. It's just a real fail-safe cleanser for me. I completely trust that this cleanser is going to do a brilliant job of cleansing my skin, but without aggravating it or stripping it of moisture and making it feel really parched afterwards. I have, however, replaced this with the CeraVe cleanser, the CeraVe hydrating cleanser, because them two quite often get compared to each other. And I've tried the CeraVe one before, and that one was on offer when I bought it, so I thought, well, why not? But there's been a couple of occasions where I've used the CeraVe one and it's stung slightly, so like around my nose and my mouth and my chin. Didn't get any of that with this one though. So once the CeraVe one has been used up, I will go back to this one. This one is just absolutely brilliant. Cannot recommend it enough. Final two products. One that I have used up before in the past, but I don't know if I've spoken about it before on my channel or not. It's by Elemis. It's the Pro Collagen Rose Oil Blend. They have a few oils like this. I do also have just the Pro Collagen Marine Oil, but the one that I used up is the rose one. So this one has such a gorgeous scent of rose. It's not synthetic at all. This is designed more for sensitive skin or skin that's a little bit more kind of reactive. If there's blemishes, rose is quite effective at kind of calming and soothing the skin, and I feel like this did do a pretty good job of calming redness, so my red cheeks again for example. I feel like it did a good job of kind of calming that, toning it down, bringing down the redness a little bit. This is a 15ml size bottle with a pipette on it, so I would squeeze about 4 drops onto my hand, take my hands together, do that, and then I would sort of like press it and push it into my skin. I wouldn't tend to like do that with it. I would sort of like push it into my skin like that. 4 drops is enough for my face and my neck, and it sinks in pretty well. You can kind of like feel a little bit of it on the skin, but my skin doesn't feel really slippy afterwards. So putting on moisturizer afterwards was absolutely fine. My face didn't feel like really like slippy and slimy with product. I think these types of products are better suited to, say, like the winter months, or when the weather's not particularly great, or you're going from really cold temperatures outside to sort of like heating inside, for example, so you're getting that real kind of like vast difference of temperature. Or if your skin is just kind of like going through a period where it's kind of acting up and it needs something a little bit gentle, a little bit of something to help kind of like tone it down and calm it down. I really like these oils. I would buy them again in the future, but where I've got the other one and then we're kind of going to be in summer, I don't feel like I need an oil in my routine. So this might be something that I would go back to in the winter, but I've used these oils lots of times in the past, so they are products that I get good results from, I really like using, and I would continue to use in the future. And I've said this before, but Elemis is one of my favourite brands. Elemis just do products that my skin really likes, so I know with Elemis that I'm going to get good results. And then last product is a new favourite of mine. I have found my new favourite SPF. Now I very much like Korean skincare brands, K-Beauty, J-Beauty skincare brands. I feel like they are a lot more gentle and my skin seems to tolerate them really well. And I have used mostly kind of K and J Beauty skincare brands for SPFs in particular, because they tend to be a lot more lightweight They provide a really decent amount of SPF, sort of like protection coverage if you will, and I don't notice any kind of like greasiness or irritation or stinging around my eyes. They just tend to feel like a moisturiser. And the ones that I've tried tend to be kind of like on an even sort of like playing field with each other. One hasn't really kind of like outperformed the other until I tried this one. This one is the Madagascar Centella SPF. This is the SPF 50 plus Skin 1004. This is incredible. This is also quite a popular product on TikTok as well. I think this one has gone viral. Some products I don't really quite get when they go viral, some I get. This one I really get. This is beautiful. This is like a lightweight moisturiser. It is honestly like you're putting on another layer of moisturiser on top of your moisturiser. It's not thick or greasy or heavy or clogs your pores. There's no white cast. There's no kind of like oiliness where I feel like I need to kind of like blot my face at all. Sinks in beautifully, really hydrating, really nourishing, but where it's sort of like lightweight, it doesn't feel like it's too lightweight. It still has a really decent level of sort of, like I say, nourishment as well. So I was using this February and also obviously into March because it's a March empty, and we've been in winter, and this has been hydrating enough for the winter months for my skin. Beautiful product. I cut it open, I didn't want to waste a single drop of this, and this has a pump as well. Love a pump. If I was wearing like a high neck, 2 pumps enough for my face, 3 pumps enough for my neck. Absolutely love this SPF. I'm now using, what am I using? Round Lab SPF, which is also quite a viral product. This is nice, but I think any SPF I use after this one just wouldn't kind of compare. So I don't think I have any other SPFs in my collection actually, so once I've used up that one, I'm going to go back to this Madagascar Centella one because it is incredible. If you've not tried it, please go and try it. And there we go, those are the products that I finished off in March. If you've tried any of them, please do let me know. Hope you liked it. Thanks very much for putting up with my very nasally voice at the moment. I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea because I've done a lot of talking and I'm starting to feel a little bit irritated in my throat. So thank you once again, and I will be back soon with my Project Pan update. See you then. Bye bye.